WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
I'm Barbara Bailey with WKYT along with Bill Bryant. We have new details on the breaking news we've been tracking all morning. Police have been at a Lexington apartment complex investigating a woman's death.
Lexington police were called to the scene on Malibu Drive near Nicholasville Road around 6 o'clock this morning. We now know they found parts of the woman's body in multiple locations. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner is live at the scene to tell us what she's learned in the last few minutes. Caitlin?
Good afternoon, Bill. A very horrific scene as we learn more information. We just finished talking with the coroner about 10 minutes ago. He says a young female was killed, her body dismembered, and then put into multiple dumpsters. He says that's why the crime scene was split into 3 sections early this morning. Police were called to Malibu Drive around 6 o'clock this morning to reports of suspicious activity. The scene itself included Brookhaven Apartments, Malibu Manor, and a nearby business complex. Police have a person in custody, and they are questioning that person downtown. We're told the suspect did live in the area, but it's unconfirmed if the female victim did as well. Neighbors are shocked this happened where they live.
It makes my heart hurt. It makes my heart hurt because, I have grandchildren, and and I love them to to death, and then for them to come over here and if something happened, or a shooting or, a killing or something, and they seen something like that, that would be just horrible.
What's the cause of death, but isn't releasing that information at this time. Live in Lexington, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
Caitlin, thank you. The coroner is still working to notify family. They were able to positively identify her through a tattoo.
3 people, including a teenager, died in a fiery early morning crash. Police say a car reached the end of Faulkner Drive in Boyle County and slammed into a stone pillar. 17-year-old Jacob Frick and Brianna Kaufman and Matt Darlin, both 21, died. The losses have hit the community hard.
It's a shame that three people lost their lives. I just wish the families well. That's, I hope the families can come to grips with it. It's hard.
State police think Darlin was driving. A 4th person, 20-year-old Trevor Thompson, survived. He's at UK Hospital now in serious condition. A police chase has ended with a crash injuring 2 people.
The Mercer County Sheriff's Office says a driver sped off during a traffic stop in Harrodsburg, even tried to ram a cruiser before the chase ended. WKYT's Victor Puente has been looking into that and has a story that is new at 12:30. Victor?
This man is facing at least 8 charges because of this chase and subsequent crash. The Mercer County Sheriff's Office says the chase started in Harrodsburg when the police department attempted to pull a vehicle over for several traffic infractions. They say the vehicle left the city limits and went into the county, and that's when they became the primary pursuers. They say the driver, Christopher Luke Richardson, drove into Boyle County and then did a U-turn coming back to Mercer County. Deputies say Richardson attempted to ram a city police officer, and they followed him back into the county where he crashed on Cap Bottom Road. They say he had 2 other adults with him, and he and another person were taken to the hospital. Richardson is now facing multiple charges, including assault, DUI, carrying a concealed deadly weapon, and 2 counts of unlawful imprisonment. A man who lives on Cap Bottom Road saw the chase go by his house and found out this morning it involves someone he knows.
He's a good kid, but he's had a little trouble, but just the main thing was that everybody's all right. No fatalities or anything. It's bad that it's happened, but maybe it's a wake-up call.
The Sheriff's Office says they're monitoring the condition of one of Richardson's passengers to determine if he'll face any further charges. In Mercer County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. Police have not released the names of the other people in the vehicle, so we do not have an update on their conditions. And a former Danville police officer accused in a DUI crash is now facing a lawsuit. Police say Ryan Hundley hit Dwayne Brown's truck head-on on Kentucky 2168 in February. The Advocate Messenger reports Brown is suing Hundley for damages, saying that he has suffered severe permanent physical and emotional injuries. In addition to DUI, Hundley is charged with wanton endangerment and assault in that crash.
Fire destroyed an eastern Kentucky business overnight. The fire happened at Dean Hall's Car Wash in the Mousy community of Knott County. 2 vacant apartments above the car wash were also destroyed. Since no one was inside, crews let that fire burn itself out.
The porch out back, which was the only entry point, was fully involved with fire. There was no entryway other than ladders, and there was nobody inside, so there's no use putting our firemen at risk.
The cause of that fire is under investigation. A new video shows the moments leading up to the police shooting of an unarmed black man in Florida. North Miami police told CBS News they received a 911 call Monday about an armed man threatening suicide.
Instead, they encountered an autistic man and his caretaker, Charles Kinsey. And as Vanita Nair shows us, police shot Kinsey, who is now sharing his story from his hospital bed.
Lying in the middle of a North Miami street, Charles Kinsey tried to coax an autistic man back to a mental health center.
I was really more worried about him than myself.
You can hear Kinsey, a counselor, advising his patient. Shut up! The young man in his 20s sat cross-legged while holding a white toy truck. Kinsey was unarmed, yet instinctively he kept his hands in the air.
As long as I got my hands up, they're not going to shoot me. This is what I'm thinking. They're not going to shoot me. Wow, was I wrong?
Kinsey said he heard 2 gunshots. He was hit once in his right leg.
I'm like, I still got my hands in the air. I said, no, I just got shot.
He really feels like he did everything that he could possibly do to cooperate.
Hilton Napoleon is Kinsey's attorney.
There's no justification for shooting an unarmed person who's talking to you and telling you that they don't have a gun and that they're a mental health counselor.
A second amateur video shows the aftermath as officers with long guns searched both men.
They cuffed my hands and they flipped me over, and I'm standing there, I'm like, sir, why did you shoot me? And his words to me, he said, I don't know.
The North Miami Police Department told the Miami Herald they were attempting to negotiate with the 2 men when one of the responding officers discharged his weapon. He has been placed on administrative leave. The investigation has now been turned over to the state attorney's office. Vanita Nair, CBS News.
Federal regulators are suing to stop one of Kentucky's biggest employers from merging. The Department of Justice says Aetna's proposal to buy Louisville-based Humana for $34 billion would increase health care costs and lower the quality of care. The Department of Justice is also trying to stop Anthem and Cigna from merging for the same reason. Our Better Living Report is coming up next. There is new research on whether women should take hormones to help with memory loss.
And exercise versus surgery. Which is better for treating injured knees? That's next on WKYT.
It's a beautiful rest of the day. There is a slight chance of rain into the rest of the day. It's mostly dry. It's about the temperatures of in the lower 90s today. 90s again for tomorrow. And that heat index close to triple digits the next couple of days. I'll get into that coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Pretty good looking rest of the day, but it's already hot outside. We're at 88 degrees right now in Lexington, 87 in the London Corbin area. So anywhere you look, mid to upper 80s. At this very moment, we will finish off in the low 90s. If it continues with all this sunshine and you do not get clouds filtering on in, no doubt about it, we could have a 93, 94 degree reading when it's all said and done. So this is going to be a pretty hot day, but I will tell you this, dew points in the 60s right now. That will actually change tomorrow, and off into your weekend will be in the 70s. That is a tropical, nasty air mass. At 92 degrees is what we're calling for. Only a very, very slight chance of rain throughout the rest of the day. Afternoon, you could have a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. So most stay dry, but you can't rule out one of those stray cells popping up. Now we get into the next few days. The heat index near 100 degrees on Friday. There is that opportunity, just looking at the newest weather data, just now coming in just about an hour ago. Few storms are possible for tomorrow. I've increased the chances of rain to 30 to 40% as opposed to 20 and 30. So just keep in mind that a couple of thunderstorms late in the day on your Friday are possible coming in from the north. So we'll need to watch the trend on that. This is the first time I've seen that, so I'm not fully sold on it. Confidence is still low. So we'll see with the next model run later on this evening if it actually shows that. On Saturday, hit and miss thunderstorms are in the forecast. Some of those could be strong. And also the heat index. If you are not hit by one of these thunderstorms, if you don't have any rain over you, you will be at 98 to 103 degrees. heat index. That's the way it feels outside when you walk out the door. But if you're under the rain, that's going to help you out big time. But I'll tell you this, if you're planning on going out to the lakes, the river, Lake Cumberland, Laurel Lake, Cave Run, any of the pools around the neighborhood, I would say still go on all 3 of these days, but know this, when the clouds start thickening up, it's probably time to head indoors because I saw a thunderstorm heading your direction. There on Sunday, few storms into the region, but I would say the better chance of rain still leaning toward that Saturday than any other day. None of these days are washouts, but still leaning towards Saturday being the better opportunity of rain. But today it's mainly dry, 92, tomorrow at 93. Like I said, tomorrow, Saturday, are going to be your hottest feeling days. Even though you're 90 degrees on Saturday and 92 today, that 90 degrees on Saturday will feel much hotter than it is today because we're going to really bump up that moisture in toward the weekend.
The combo.
Sticky, that is for sure.
Oh, boy.
It's a bad team, that heat and humidity.
Yeah, we don't like
All right. Thank you, Micah. There's some new information out on whether women should take hormones, and doctors are rethinking the treatment for injured knees.
Marley Hall has details in this Better Living report.
Exercise may be just as effective as surgery for treating a common knee injury. 2 million people a year undergo arthroscopic surgery to repair tears to the meniscus cartilage. But a study in the BMJ found that for middle-aged patients, a supervised exercise program worked just as well. New research finds that hormone therapy is not an effective cure for memory loss. A study at Stanford University measured brain function in women taking estrogen after menopause. It found no improvement in memory or other mental skills for women no matter when they started taking hormones. Young children may have a harder time learning new words if they're surrounded by a lot of background noise. Researchers at the University of Wisconsin tried teaching toddlers new words. They found children in a quieter environment learned more quickly. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Marley Hall, CBS News, New York.
All right, we've been talking about it a lot lately. It's finally here now. Lexington Restaurant Week kicks off today.
Yay. Willie's, locally known, is participating, and we'll have a preview next on WKYT.
Welcome back into WKYT News. Many of you have been waiting, and Lexington Restaurant Week begins today. Your chance to try a new restaurant or an old favorite and support Lex Arts at the same time.
We're joined now by the owner of Willie's, locally known, Wilson Sebastian, and executive chef Tanner Stiff. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for
bringing everything. This is great.
You're well known for your oysters. That's what you brought in today, huh?
That's right. That's right. We've got some really good ones. Then Tanner's going to give us a demonstration on how to shuck them today.
How do you do that?
They're actually East Coast, and the way you can tell is they have a smoother shell. And if you go West Coast, they'll have the kind of the more ruffled shell and stuff. And when you shuck oysters, well, you want to be safe so you don't stab yourself through the hand.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's why I have this chain in my glove. But you go in the back where the hinge is, you go up and you release it off the top, and then below it, release it so it's easy to take out and it's ready to go.
Oh man, you make it look easy, and you do this behind the bar every day.
Me personally, I don't, but I do. I do get back behind there sometimes.
Well, there happens to be some bourbon. Is that part of the recipe for another part?
We make a bourbon mignonette that we serve, and that's what this is here, and of course the traditional cocktail sauce. Did you want to mix some of that up?
I haven't heard of this. How do you do that?
Well, the bourbon mignonette, I use a balsamic vinegar, and I throw shallots in there, and then I also do a little bit of bourbon and some horseradish, and mix it up, and it's a good topping for the oysters.
If people come by during Restaurant Week, what's going to be the special, and what can they look forward to?
They'll be able to choose from a good selection of appetizers, a couple of different entrees, and then our bourbon bread pudding will be the dessert option. The oysters will be on there that they can try, so it should be a lot of fun.
Do you have just the one variety of oysters, or is it different types?
It's whatever's the freshest that we can get at the time. And so we source them through a place called Inland Seafood, and they'll send them in, and so we get whenever they pick it for us, and then they'll send us 3 different varieties. And so we have about 4 different types of all times.
But the key factor is that they're really fresh.
Yes.
Sounds good. Wilson, tell us about the opportunity to take part in Lexington's Restaurant Week.
Well, it's great. You know, we're fresh on the heels of Burger Week, which was quite a busy week for us as well. So, no, it's a good chance for folks to get out and maybe try some places that otherwise, they hadn't been to yet. and gives us the opportunity to kind of put something together for people and kind of show them who we are and what we're all about.
All right.
And your location?
Yeah, on 286 Southland Drive. If you're headed away from Nicholasville Road down Southland, we're right before you go under the railroad tracks on the left.
Just make a left to there at Nicholasville and you're on the left down through there. All right. Well, very good. Thanks for coming in.
Enjoy Restaurant Week.
Thank you.
Had the website up there for information if you want to find out about all the restaurants taking part. 44 days now until the UK Wildcats kick off the football season.
And UK mascot Scratch wants you to know about the Junior Wildcat Club and its many benefits. That's next on WKYT.
Welcome back. Great to have you with us here on WKYT. And it is almost here, just 6 weeks now before the UK football season kicks off.
We're joined by Tim Michael from UK Athletics and Scratch, who's really excited about the Junior Wildcat Club. We do thank you very much for coming in. I can't believe it's that close.
I know. Football season is right around the corner, and the Junior Wildcat Club is a great way to get to go to our first home opener coming up here on September 3rd.
And to get to know Scratch.
Yes, definitely. You'll see Scratch at all the games.
Who, by the way, has big feet.
Yes, very big feet for.
And all relaxed here today. There you go.
Well, the Junior Wildcat Club, it is a specific age group.
Yes.
Who can be a part of it?
So it's the official kids club for UK Athletics, and it's for all children 8th grade and under. There's no age limit on. They can be as young as any, a little kid. But
what do they get to do?
So as a member of the club, for just $25, they get 2 tickets to our home opener. So that's really a really great deal right there. They also get a welcome packet full with a club T-shirt, a pillowcase, and a lot of other cool Junior Wildcat Club gear that they can wear for different things. And also this year we're really excited. We have 3 new sponsors: Academy Sports and Outdoors, UK Healthcare, and White Greer and Maggart Orthodontics, and they're going to just even add more value to the club. So it's a really great deal.
Well, and one of the best things about it, if you get all of these kids excited about being junior Wildcats, they're going to just grow up and love the Wildcats,
well,
right,
exactly,
Scratch?
Exactly. That's our goal.
Yeah, train them early.
Scratch is all ready to go. I mean, you've got to be excited here. Just a few days, a few weeks to go here.
Yes,
you can almost feel the season approaching.
Exactly. We are so excited at UK Athletics. We are ready to go. It's going to be a really fun season, and Junior Wildcat Clubs.
I love Scratch's number. How'd you come up with that? Because Scratch, you look so grown up already, really.
I know, right? Well, Wildcat's #1, so Scratch is half there. See?
It's half. There you go. And still growing.
Yes.
Well, I think Coach Stoops is talking about the team this hour, and we're going to have some of that later today. So it sounds like it could be a great season ahead.
Yeah, we're really excited, and we're hoping that you guys become Junior Wildcat Club members and can be a great part of the whole season.
I only wish that I still could, Scratch. I really do. So people can check out the website.
Yes.
You also want them to follow you on Twitter.
Yes, we have our Twitter, Junior Wildcat Club. Right there, yeah.
All right, well, there it is, the information, and the UKathletics.com Junior Wildcat Club. Want to check in on the weather before we go. It has been a hot string of days, and that's set to continue.
I feel bad for that guy over there, sitting there in the uniform. I know. You got to walk out in this heat with that outfit on. 92 degrees the rest of the afternoon, and a slight chance of rain. Pop-up shower, thunderstorm possible. Go throughout the night, no problems into tomorrow morning. Not a big issue, but can't rule out a couple of rumbles of thunder tomorrow afternoon. And then we look towards your weekend with that big heat and humidity. Chris Baylor will be in here at 4 p.m. to get you updated on those temperatures.
Yeah, we'll be hoping for that occasional shower to cool things off, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us on WKYT News at noon.
The Young and the Restless is next, followed by the Talk at 2. Make it a great day, everybody.